What shall this speech be spoke for our excuse, or shall we on without apology?
The day is out of such proximity. We'll have no Cupid hoodwinked with a scarf, bearing a Tartar's painted bow of lath, scaring the ladies like a crow-keeper, nor no without book prologue faintly spoke, after the prompter, for our entrance, but let them measure us by what they will. We'll measure them a measure and be gone.
Give me a torch. I am not for this ambling. Being but heavy, I will bear the light.
Nay, gentle Romeo, we must have you dance.
Not I, believe me. You have dancing shoes with nimble soles. I have a soul of lead, so stakes me to the ground, I cannot move.
You are a lover. Borrow Cupid's wings, and soar with them above a common bound.
I am too sore and pierced with his shaft to soar with his light feathers, and so bound I cannot pitch above dull woe. Under love's heavy burden so I sink.
And to sink in it should you burden love, too great oppression for a tender thing.
Is love a tender thing? It is too rough, too rude, too boisterous, and it pricks like a thorn.
If love be rough with you, be rough with love. Prick love for pricking, and you beat love down. Give me a case to put my visage in, a visor for a visor. What care I? What curious eye doth quote deformities? Here the beetle brows shall blush for me.
Come, knock and enter, and no sooner in, but every man betake his legs.
A torch for me. Let the waitins light of heart tickle the senseless rushes with their heels, for I am proverbed with the gamester phrase, I'll be a candle holder and look on. The game was near so fair, and I am done.
Tut, done's the mouse, the constable's own word. If thou art done, we'll draw thee from the mire of this Sir Reverence love, wherein thou stickest, up to the ears. Come, we burn daylight ho.
Nay, that's not so.
I mean, sir, in delay, we waste our lights in vain, like lamps by day. Take our good meaning, for our judgment sits 5 times in the air once in our 5 wits.
Meanwhile I'm going to this masquerade, but 'tis no wit to go.
Why, may one ask?
I dreamt a dream tonight.
So did I.
Well, what was yours?
That dreamers often lie.
And bet asleep while they do dream things true.
Seen Queen Mab has been with you. She is the fairy's midwife, and she comes in shape no bigger than an agate stone, on the forefinger of an alderman, drawn with a team of little atomies, over men's noses as they lie asleep. Her wagon spokes made of long spinner's legs, the cover of wings of grasshoppers, her traces of the smallest spider web, her collar is of the moonshine's watery beams, her whip of cricket's bones, the lash of film. Her wagoner, a small gray-coated gnat, not half so big as a little round worm, pricked from the lazy finger of a maid. Her chariot is an empty hazelnut, made by the joiner squirrel or an old grub. Time out, O mind, the fairies' coachmakers, and in this state she gallops night by night, through lovers' braids, and then they dream of love, on courtiers' knees that dream on curtsy straight, or lawyers' fingers who straight dream on fees, or ladies' lips who straight on kisses dream, which oft the angry Mab with blisters plague, because their breath with sweet meats tainted are. Sometimes she gallops over a courtier's nose, and then dreams he of smelling out a suit, and sometime comes with a tit's tail, tickling a parson's nose as it lies asleep. Then he dreams of another benefice. Sometimes she driveth over a soldier's neck, and then he dream of cutting foreign throats, of breaches, embuscados, Spanish blades, of healths 5 fathoms deep, and then anon. Drums in his ear, at which he starts and wakes, and being thus frightened, swears a prayer too, and sleeps again. This is that very Mab that plats the manes of horses in the night, and bakes the elf locks in foul sluttish hairs, which once untangled much misfortune bodes. This is the hag, when maids lie on their backs, that presses them and learns them first to bear, making them women of good carriage. This is she.
Peace, Mercutio, peace, thou talkest of nothing.
True, I talk of dreams, which are the children of an idle brain, begot of nothing but vain fantasy, which is as thin a substance as the air, and more inconstant than the wind, who woos even now the frozen bosom of the north, and, being angered, puffs away from thence, turning his face to the dew-dropping south.
This wind you talk of blows us from ourselves. Supper is done. We shall come too late.
I fear too early, for my mind misgives some consequence yet hanging in the stars, which shall bitterly begin his fearful date, with the nights revealed and expired the term of a despised life closed in my breast, by some vile forfeit of untimely death, but he that hath the steerage of my courage, direct my sail, O lusty gentleman.
Strike drum,